PACE has been around for 25 years and it's been quite a success story. It was actually started 25 years ago by David McLean, who was Dean of what is now the Shidler College of Business. But it really took off when we started getting community support, and a large part of that community support is due to John Dean. So John Dean funded the Kapapa lecture series, and not only did he fund it, but he organized a lot of the speakers and the events, and this was a great way to get engagement from the community here in Hawaii. He was bringing in some of his Silicon Valley friends, and they were really inspirational in seeing what could be done here in Hawaii.
My vision when I founded the Kapapa lecture series, I think it was around the same time that PACE came together. I thought we could help stimulate what already existed here in entrepreneurship by bringing very successful entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley that'd gone from startup to IPO, but also to bring venture capitalists here to speak, to open themselves up to Q&As with students, and for a period of time there, to actually look at business plans from some of the startups here. We actually ended up some of the venture firms investing in those companies.
I think the next big event with PACE, I'd like to take some credit for that because I convinced Susan Yamada to be executive director of PACE. And that was not an easy task, my friends. But Susan took PACE to the level it is today. And it's been a big success story. She started all kinds of programs. She had the vision for the Walter Dodds Jr. Rise Center. And remember, PACE started 25 years ago in a small room, 200 square feet, and now it occupies the 100,000 square feet Walter Dodds Jr. Rise Center.
Right now we're in Rise. It's pretty much a huge experiment for us. We had a lot of assumptions, like people starting up businesses have assumptions, and some of them were right, some of them were wrong. So we're in the midst of pivoting and trying new things to see what catches on with students. With all the change that's happening in the world around us, you have to be prepared for change or opportunity in change. So let's help students embrace the change, come up with different business ideas or just ideas of how they can do things better, faster, cheaper, stronger. And so that's what we're trying to do right now, is really create an entrepreneurial mindset in students, because I feel very strongly that they really need those sorts of skills to be able to look at problems, come up with creative ways to solve them, work in collaborative environments, be able to communicate. I think those are all entrepreneurial skills that form a mindset. And I want every student graduating from UH to have that mindset to help us here in Hawaii, as well as to help the individual in their careers.
PACE has touched thousands of students this last year alone. It touched 800 students and a number of people in the community to help us with all our programs. So it's been a big success story, and really happy to celebrate the first 25 years of PACE.
Yeah, I think I've always been interested in entrepreneurship. I've always wanted to be creative and build a business. In the past, I've worked for companies, I've started nonprofits, I've been part of different organizations, and I've always been interested in the entrepreneurial journey and the idea that you can create something from scratch. And this is my first opportunity. I think being able to join a program and get that guidance, get that support was so helpful. I think without that, you get really lost, and without support of a community, you're lonely. Being able to join a program, get the support of mentors and advisors and the coaches was so valuable, and being able to ask them questions in real time, get feedback, understand what it's like to be an entrepreneur and a founder, and then of course persevere and hopefully build something that can scale and be something really special. Yeah, I think I just want to finally say thank you to all the supporters and those who are helping with these PACE programs. I think it's so important, and they might not realize the impact they're having. To this day, we've been able to impact over 100,000 lives across the country, support disasters, help with individuals facing homelessness, and just the idea that we can support over 1,000 community health workers, like that's something that came out of PACE. And so that impact is not just happening on the ground in Hawaii and on this campus, but across the country, and I think that's so special. So thank you for everyone.
Rice has helped me academically, professionally, and personally. Because I'm in this space, I get to run into other students, especially from different majors. And once I became a PACE leader, I learned a lot of different skills about communication, working with professionals, and being a leader of a team. So that really helped me professionally, academically, and personally, because it allowed me to be a lot more confident in myself and in what I do. And that really prepared me for the real world after graduation, as well as my career.
What inspired me to make the donation was the project itself. You know, I'm a businessman, retired businessman, and when I saw what they were trying to do, create entrepreneurships, and that the project was on time, on budget, and no taxpayer funds, it appealed to me in every way. I couldn't wait to support it. What inspires me most about PACE is the fact that the university is sort of the economic engine for Hawaii. If they do a good job training future people, our economy will continue to grow. I hope that this is just the start. PACE and entrepreneurs and bringing them from all over, you know, that just changes the dynamic. So I'm really excited about what this will do for future entrepreneurs.
We're very proud of the past 25 years of PACE, and we're looking forward to the next 25 years of PACE's journey. Not only do we expect to educate many more students on entrepreneurial thinking, not only at UH Manoa, but the entire 10-campus UH system, but we also hope to spur startups and help diversify the economy here in Hawaii.
To everyone who has been a part of this journey, your support has been the catalyst for countless innovations and many bright futures. To the mentors, sponsors, partners, faculty, and alumni who have supported us along the way, you have made a lasting impact on the lives of entrepreneurs and the future of business. Here's to continuing this legacy together.
As PACE comes on its 25 years, same age as me, by the way, this is special, and I want to congratulate PACE because they're filling a niche in our community that's becoming more than a niche, becoming an important part of the future economic growth of Hawaii. Congratulations, PACE, for your 25 years.